Okay, so to start this out, let's come down onto our backs. And once you bring this down, set this up with your feet on the floor a little wider than your hips. Lean the knees in towards center. And just let your low back flatten out a little bit more like this with your legs rotated in. And then arms out to your sides somewhere, wherever is most comfortable to you. So go ahead, bend the elbows, open your palms up toward the ceiling, let your shoulders sink down. And maybe your hands are past your head, or maybe the elbows are down closer to your waist, but whatever suits you best. So just let your chest open up, let your eyes close here. And then just take a moment to settle in and breathe. Now with your inhales here, draw in as much air as you can, try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. And then when you're ready, just take a deep inhale. And when you exhale, just open your eyes. And just move slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides. Back and forth, inhale, reaches out long. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, reaches out long. Exhale, arms to your sides. With your next inhale, reaches out long. And now this time with the exhale, separate your knees, reach your arms forward between your legs, and curl up as well. Just lift your head, lift your shoulders, look forward. Keep your belly pulled in and your low back down. Let's go back and forth from here a few times. Take an inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward and stretch forward through your fingertips. Inhale, roll this out long. Exhale, curl this forward again. Now inhale, roll this out long. And then with the exhale, curl forward one more time. Now stay lifted here, keep your gaze forward. And as you look forward here, from here, I want you to imagine that almost like you're trying to climb forward on a rope. So reach forward as far as you can with your right hand, and then reach with the left. And just take it back and forth and work this as a twist. So you're reaching from the shoulder rather than just the hand, using the full length of your arm. You don't have to lift up all that high. We're just taking this back and forth, side to side. And then just give this another round or so and try to finish reaching through your left hand before you come back to center. You're still lifted, but then take hold of your knees. Squeeze them into your chest, roll your head back down, and just press everything down toward the floor. Flatten your spine out. You can pull the knees out wide or maybe rock a little bit side to side. And then if you're still moving side to side, come back into center, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release your grip. Extend all four limbs up toward the ceiling. Now keep your belly pulled in, your low back on the floor. Stay loose with the arms and legs and just roll out your wrists and roll out the ankles. Move your fingers and toes. And then straighten all this out as best you can. Reach the fingertips and toe tips toward the ceiling. Belly pulled in, low back down. If you need a bend in the knees, that's fine, but start with the ankles stacked over your hips. And then reach the right arm past your head to about 45 degrees. Left leg forward about 45 degrees as well. Low back still on the floor. And then switch it out with the left arm past your head and the right leg forward. And then just keep on moving and switching like this. Now you can go through a longer or shorter range. Just be sure you can keep your low back on the mat the whole time. And just breathe here as you're moving. And then just give this a couple more rounds. And try to finish with the left arm reaching past your head before you come back to center, all four limbs to vertical. And then from here, lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. And as you have that interlace, go ahead and rest your head back down, so you're on your hands. Keep the elbows out wide and keep your shoulders down. Bend your knees, and so we're tucking the legs. We're just going to take a light twist here. So the knees are going to stay bent. Keep the shoulders down. Let your knees sink over to the right side. And just feel that through your midsection here for a moment. And then come through center. And bring your knees to the left. Just take this as shallowly or as deep as you need to feel it. And the knees come over to the right again. And then through center, keep both shoulders down and bring your knees to the left side. And then just bring it back through center. Keep your shoulders down, bring your knees to the right, and just hold here. And rather than worrying about taking this too deep, I want you to try to feel this in the outer left hip. So if you can go further, extend your left leg over to the right, and you don't have to lower that foot too much to feel that in the outer hip. And then bring this through center. So if the knee's still bent, bring them over to the left side. Keep both shoulders down, and if you can take it a little bit deeper, just extend that right leg over to the left. And maybe feel that in the outer right hip. And then go ahead and bring this back to center. Now keep the knees bent and keep the knees close. Keep the hands behind your head. And then lift your head up off the floor and look forward. Now with your hands supporting, just use enough tension from the hands that you don't have to strain your neck to keep looking forward. And then just take this back and forth. So once you extend the right leg forward, keep your low back down, but bring the right elbow toward your left knee. And then take it the other way. Extend your left leg and bring the left elbow toward your right knee. And then just switch it out like this. Now you can bring the feet up higher or bring them down lower. Just keep your low back on the floor as you're moving in, just a light bit of a twist. And then go ahead, just take this through a couple more rounds. And try to finish with that left leg extended forward before you come back to center with both knees bent. And then go ahead, take hold of your knees. Roll this forward to a seat. And then once you come up, we're going to set this up for reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now, palms down, fingertips forward if you can. You can always rotate the fingers to the sides, right and left. But go ahead and press into your palms, lift your seat up off the mat. And take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Now inhale, lift it up one more time and hold here. Now keep your hips lifting, keep your glutes squeezing. You can look forward or look up or hang your head back. But just keep the tension of the lift and keep breathing. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly come all the way down. Once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out just a little bit. And then when you're ready, cross at the ankles. Roll forward, your hands find all fours. And once you come into all fours, we're going to take this right into the wrists. So I want you to walk your hands in so they're about 1 or 2 hands lengths in front of your knees. And start with most of the weight on the legs. So go ahead and flip your hands over. So backs of the hands down, palms facing up, fingertips point in toward you. And you can always bring the hands right in front of the knees and keep almost all the weight on the legs. But spread your fingers out wide and press your fingertips down and keep the hands tense, even if you're not centering much weight on your hands. And with the palms facing up, just take this back and forth, rotating your hands. So rotate the right hand in towards center as far as you can go. And then rotate your left hand towards center as well. And then the right hand, the fingers go out to the side, left hand out to the side. And just keep on taking this back and forth and switching this out. Now go as light or as heavy as you need to feel a stretch. And each time you reset your hand, try to spread the fingers out wide and press down. And just keep that tension in your hands as you're shifting back and forth. Work to straighten your arm at least briefly each time you reset. And then the next time you've rotated both hands out to the sides, hold that position. And if you can take it further, maybe slide the wrists in towards center, maybe a little bit closer, maybe all the way. But keep the backs of the hands down, the fingers spread wide. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And if you want to take this further, you can go ahead and just sway a little bit side to side, but just take it where you need to feel the stretch. And then when you're ready from here, just go ahead and release that. Come up onto the fingertips. And we're going to take one more stretch from here. So I want you to stay on your knees, but bring the knees out wide, a little wider than your hips. Big toes pointing toward each other. And then walk your hands in. Now we're going to bring the hands down on the line that you can draw between your knees. So palms down, rotate your fingers to the side, and if you can, point the fingertips toward your feet. And do that with both hands. And just set them down about shoulder width. Now when the hands come down, go ahead, flatten them out, grip the floor with your fingers. And then go ahead, sink your seat down toward your heels, but bend the elbows in toward you, pull your chest forward between the upper arms. And maybe just take a little bit more weight on the hands. Keep your fingers gripping the floor. Now you can just sway this a little bit side to side, and that might be enough. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can start to bring your weight forward, bend further into the elbows, and then just come back up towards straight. But just feel it out here and see where you want to take this. Now keep your fingertips pressing down the whole time. Keep that tension in your hands. And just let the stretch move up into the forearms. And then the next time you lift yourself up so your weight comes back toward your heels, just come up onto the fingertips. Come down to sitting on your heels, and then just take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers, loosen up your wrists. All right, then when the hands are ready, come into all fours. Now resting the shoulders, knees underneath the hips just to set this up, and we'll take this toward a bit of spinal balance here. So keep your gaze down, but reach the crown of the head straight forward, your tailbone straight back, and careful not to just drop your head down to the floor like most people do. So remember, your head stacked at the top of your spine, keep your neck long in line with your spine, and then stretch forward to the right arm and reach back to your left leg. Now just hold on to this here and really stretch this out. So grip the floor with your left hand, kick down to the right foot. Feel the tension in the glutes on your left side. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, squeeze this in, elbow to knee underneath. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Inhale, reach this out long. Now just keep reaching and look forward, and this time bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand, and reach back, find whatever grip you can, the foot, the ankle, maybe the shin. Now once you've got that grip, kick into your hand, try to draw the shoulder forward, bring the knee up higher, and just hold your balance. Now we're going to make this tricky. Just take things slow and don't worry about getting all the way to where I do here, but work this as best you can. So keep the left leg as is with the knee bent, but release your right hand. Now bring the right hand down just inside the left, so it's moving over to your left side. Now I want to switch the weight from the left hand to the right. So lift up onto the fingertips of your left hand and bring the right palm down. Grip the floor with the right hand. Go slow. Now hover the left hand up off the floor. Be sure you can keep this position. If you can take it further, just move your left arm. Reach back with that left hand. Maybe find your left foot, maybe not, but grip the floor with the right hand. Kick into the right foot. Take this to where you can. It's not supposed to be easy. If you find that grip, try to draw that knee up a little bit higher. All right, and then slowly, let's bring this down and come back to center, back to all fours. And let's move around for a moment. That's a lot of tension to hold on to. Now again, find your position. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under your hips. Just keep your gaze down, keep your spine long. Extend the crown of the head forward, your tailbone back. And again, resist the urge to drop your head like most people do here. Stay long through the neck as well as your spine. When you're ready from here, extend your left arm straight forward, extend the right leg straight back, and just lengthen this out. Now grip the floor with the right hand, kick into your left foot, keep some tension and keep that length. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, squeeze this in, elbow to knee underneath. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Now inhale, reach this out long and hold here. So as you look, go ahead and bring your gaze forward and then bend the right knee. Reach back with your left hand, and here again, see about finding that grip. So you can take the hold of the foot, take hold of the ankle, but start to draw forward with that left shoulder, kick into the left hand, and try to bring that knee up higher. Keep gripping the floor with the right. All right, take things slow here. Just keep that right leg as is with the knee bent, but release your left hand. Now the left hand comes down just inside the right, so it's moving over to the right side. Slowly shift the weight. So bring the left palm down, come up onto the fingertips of the right hand. That right shoulder is going to lift a little bit. Now take it slow. Left hand gripping the floor. Kick your left foot down. Maybe just hover the right hand. Maybe reach the right hand back. Now if you can find that grip, start to kick into the right hand, but draw the shoulder forward. See about bringing that knee up higher. And this is not supposed to be easy at all. And then slowly, just go ahead and release this and come back down, come back to all fours. And once you come back to all fours, just move your hips a little bit. And from all fours, we're going to take this to a modified version of a side plank here. So just keep the right side as your base. Right hand down, right knee down. Step the left foot behind the right. And just bring your left hand to your left hip. And just see that everything's stacked. Left shoulder, left hip above the right. Bring your gaze up high. And then if you want to take it further, reach your left arm straight up. Grip the floor with the right hand, maybe lift your left foot and just hold. All right, and then release when you're ready. Bring the left hand down, bring your left knee down. And then take it on the other side. So go ahead, step the right foot back. Bring the right hand to your right hip. Now stack the right shoulder above the left. And then see about bringing gaze up high. Maybe reach that right arm high. And if you want to take it further, kick in the left foot and lift the right foot up off the floor and just breathe here. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this and come back to center, back to all fours. Now, the last thing we're going to do before we move on from this portion here is we're going to take this through a push-up variation. So just work this as best you can. You're going to keep your knees on the floor, so we're not going to make it too intense. But I want you to slide your hands back, so a little bit closer to your knees than your usual all fours. So bring the hands a little bit closer, about 1 hand's length. Now you can have the fingertips pointed forward to back off from the wrist. Go ahead and rotate your fingers to the sides just a little bit. And then start this with straight arms. Now keep your spine pressed up toward the ceiling. Lean your shoulders forward past the wrists. And try to keep your elbows in place. So the further forward your shoulders go, the harder this is going to feel. But that's actually what we're looking for here. Don't worry about coming down too low. Look forward. And then slowly start to bend the elbows. Bring the shoulders, pull the elbow forward, pull the elbows into your sides. And don't come down any lower than halfway. Now keep your arms bent like this. Shift your weight back and bring the elbows to the floor. Now arms stay bent, shift your weight forward. And this is basically Chaturanga, arms with the elbows pulled in. And then press this up to straight. And we're going to do it like that a few more times. So shoulders are forward past the wrist from the beginning. And then shoulders forward, further forward as the elbows bend, come down toward halfway. Now bring your weight back, elbows come down to the floor. Take it slow, bring your weight forward, elbows are bent, keep them pulled into your sides. And again, press this up to straight. And we'll take it through one more time. Shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now hold here. And then bring your weight back and bring the elbows down to the floor. Bring your weight forward. Elbows are still pulled in. And then go ahead and press it up to straight. And then just come back into all fours and take a moment to just loosen up and move around. And you can just stay here and stretch or breathe if you like. But whenever you're ready, find your down dog. So go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips. And feel out your position here. Now hands are about shoulder width distance apart. Pressing your palms so you can flatten your hands. Put some weight toward the base of your thumbs. Hips up high. Sink your chest down low. But even as your chest sinks down, prioritize the lifting and the reaching through your hips to make your spine nice and long. One long straight line from the wrist creases through to the hips. Keep some tension in your core through the belly and around the ribs. Now if your hamstrings are tight, just keep it bent on the knees and that's fine. And you can always just stay loose and pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round, and let everything go loose. Now you can hang your hands down. You can reach the opposite elbows and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in the knees to begin. But then restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. Now with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step back to high plank. Now find your shape here. Wrists under the shoulders, palms pressed down. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep your spine lifted. And keep the tension in your core. Hold your hips under the shoulders and heels best you can. And then take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, just set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. And then with your next inhale, straighten your arms. Bring yourself into up dog with your hips down low, your chest pulling forward. And then pull your belly in. Hips up high, come back to your down dog. And we'll take that version with sun salutation here a few times. So from your downward facing dog, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Now inhale, lift this halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold this all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway here, extend this forward. And with the exhale, set your hands down, step your feet back, find your high plank. And then when you're ready, bring the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, squeeze your glutes. And then pull your belly in. Hips up high, come back to down dog. 2 more rounds, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms high. With the exhale, fold it all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back, find your high plank. When you're ready, bring your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, chin and chest come down low. And then with an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, up dog. Exhale, bring your belly in, bring your hips up high, back to down dog. One more time like that, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold this all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back, find high plank. When you're ready, bring your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward. And then with the exhale, draw your belly and bring your hips up high and find your down dog. Take a moment here to breathe. Now from your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms high. And then with the exhale this time, just sink in the chair. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees and bring your hips down low. Now be aware of your stance. Feet within hips with distance, big toes and knees towards center, belly pulled in. And keep the weight moving back toward your heels. And then we're going to take this with an eagle bind from here. So it's going to be left arm under, right arm over, cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Now, if this is too much, keep in mind, you can always reach to the shoulders, just do what works, but keep the arms squeezing and keep the shoulders spread apart, or shoulder blades spread apart, I should say. Now, to take this back and forth, I want you to press down into your toes, lift your heels up high, and then just set your heels down. And then again, bring it forward and up, lift your heels, and set them back down. Now, one more time, bring the heels up, and then set them back down. And then focus the weight on the right foot, lift your left knee, and take this into an eagle bind. Bring that left leg over the right. Now squeeze the legs together, sink down, maybe touch that left foot to the floor, but draw the shoulders back, bring the elbows up high, and keep the arms and legs squeezing. Just breathe with this here. Now with your next inhale, straighten the right leg, lift your left knee. And with the exhale, release the arms. Step your left foot back, bring both hands down, and come into low lunge. Now from your low lunge, we're going to take this to a dancer's bridge. So just take this bit by bit. Left hand's going to be your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Step the right foot behind your left leg. And then sink your hips down. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high. Reach to the right arm. And just stay reaching, stay lifted here. So keep that left arm strong. Keep your glutes squeezing. Let your head fall back. You can stack the right shoulder above the left, or even open your chest toward the ceiling if you want to make this into more of a back bend. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink back down. Bring the right hand forward, right foot forward. This puts you to low lunge. And then from low lunge, we're going to take this to a warrior one. So put the weight to the right foot. Left foot comes forward a little bit. See your feet are set wide, 2 separate tracks. When you're ready, hands to your hips, and with an inhale, just bring your torso all the way upright. Now keep the bend in the right knee. The left leg's going to stay straight. Left foot points out to the side about 45 degrees or so. And make sure the stance is wide so your hips can square forward. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. You can always make this stance shorter, and you can make it wider. Now when you're ready, go ahead, reach the arms up high, sink your hips down low again. And then we'll take this back and forth just to a vertical twist. So take an inhale. And with the exhale, reach your right arm back, left arm forward. Open your chest to the right. Inhale back to center, reach the arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward again. Now inhale back to center, reach us up high. Exhale one more time, right arm back, left arm forward, and just hold here for a moment. Keep the left hip pulling forward, right hip pulling back. Look back toward that right hand. With your next inhale, turn to center, reach the arms straight up. And with the exhale this time, elbows out wide. Let your head fall back, pull your shoulders back, and open your chest toward the ceiling. Now it's still the same stance. Be sure your left hip's pulling forward, the right hip's pulling back. Keep breathing. Now we're going to move just from the upper body, going back and forth from arching your spine like this to reaching forward and rounding. So take an inhale while you're here. And then with the exhale, reach the arms forward, round your spine. Inhale, pull this back, elbows wide, look up. Exhale, round this forward again. Inhale, pull this back, elbows wide. Exhale, round forward one more time. Inhale, pull this back, elbows wide, hold here. Now keep your chest open, but release your arms behind you and bring your hands together. So interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other, draw your shoulders back, and then look forward. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to take this into humble warrior. So hinge from the hips, lead with your chest. Bring the right shoulder toward the right knee, maybe inside. Now, you can keep your spine long and look forward, or maybe hang your head down if you want to take it there. And if you want to open up the shoulders further, you can reach the knuckles up toward the ceiling, but take this to where you can. Just breathe. And then when you're ready here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Just bring your hands down around that right foot. Slide your left foot back. And then bring the left knee down and flatten the left foot behind you. We're going to take this into Anjaneyasana, so we're coming down lower. So sink the hips down and forward. And then when you're ready here, with an inhale, just reach the arms up high and open up again. So sink the hips low, bring your gaze up high, open up your chest. Kick into that left foot, pull the left hip forward, and just breathe here. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring both hands down around that right foot, and then pull the hips back. Stack your hips over your left knee. Now I'll take this into that side plank variation here. So bring that left hand down to the floor, flatten it out. Step the right foot back behind your left foot. And just bring the right hand to your right hip, and this is good enough right here. Now stay stacked, right shoulder and right hip high, bring your gaze up high. And this is good enough if you just want to take this. If you're going to go further, reach that right arm high, and maybe lift the right leg, just hold. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back to center. Both hands down, both knees down. Now from center, we're going to take this into the Vinyasa. So go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, bring yourself into plank. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring the knees back down. Shoulders forward, bend the elbows in, bring your chin and chest down low. And then with an inhale, go ahead, straighten your arms, bring this to upward facing dog, pull forward. With the exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high, back to down dog. And just pedal this out for a moment. From your down dog, let's take it to the other side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front. Now inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to stand and reach your arms high. And with the exhale, sink into chair again. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, keep the feet within hips width distance best you can. Big toes and knees toward each other. And let's take the eagle bind. It's going to be right arm under, left arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Now, keep the arms squeezing. You can always reach the opposite shoulders if that's what works, if you have trouble getting the hands together. But keep the elbows high, shoulders down. Now focus on your feet here. Press into the toes, lift your heels, and then set your heels down. Again, bring it forward, lift your heels, and then set the heels back down. One more time forward, heels are lifted. Set them back down. And then we'll take this in all the way into eagle. So the weight's in your left foot, cross the right leg over the left. Now squeeze the legs together, sink down. You can always touch the right foot to the floor. Shoulders back, elbows high, just breathe with this. Now with your next inhale, straighten the left leg, lift your right knee. And then with the exhale, release. Step the right foot back, bring both hands down, come into your low lunge. And from your low lunge, we're going to take it into that dancer's bridge again. So this time the right hand's your base. Roll the outside edge of the right foot, step the left foot behind your right leg and sink your hips down. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high, reach your left arm, And just stay reaching, stay breathing. Keep that right arm strong. Keep your glutes squeezing. Now maybe the shoulders are stacked. Maybe open your chest further toward the ceiling. Just take it to where you can. And then take an inhale. Exhale, come back down. Left hand forward, left foot forward. And we're going to set this up for that warrior one again. Now make sure your feet are already set wide. When you're ready, with an inhale, drop the right heel down, bring your hands to your hips, and bring yourself all the way to upright. So deep bend left knee, straight right leg. And then pull the right hip forward, the left hip back. The right foot points out to the side about 45 degrees or so. And again, shorten or widen the stance as you need to. Now when you're ready, just go ahead and reach the arms up high. Sink the hips down low. And then we'll take it back and forth to that twist. So take an inhale. And with the exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, open your chest to the left side. Inhale to center, reach your arms up high. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, hold here. Just keep that twist and keep yourself long as you're opening to the left. Look back toward that left hand. Now with your next inhale, turn back to center, arms up high. Exhale, elbows wide. Let your head fall back, open up your chest. Now be sure the hips are still squared. Right hip forward, left hip back. And again, we're going to go back and forth from this position where you're arched to rounding the spine and reaching forward. So take an inhale here. With the exhale, reach this forward around your spine. Inhale, pull this back, open up your chest. Exhale, round forward again. Inhale, pull this back, open up your chest. Exhale, reach forward and round. Inhale, pull this back, open up, and just hold for a moment. And then slowly bring yourself upright and bring the hands to your low back. So interlace the fingers, find the interlace, it feels strange. Pull the palms together, draw the shoulders back. And we'll take this toward humble warrior. Take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, and bring it down as far as you want to go. Now maybe just bring that left shoulder toward the left knee and look forward. Or you can round your spine, hang your head, maybe even press your knuckles toward the ceiling, but keep the left hip pulling back, right hip pulling forward still. And just breathe with this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down. Now with your hands on the floor, go ahead, slide that right foot back, bring the right knee down, and flatten the right foot behind you. And we're going to open this up to Anjaneyasana, so the hips stay low and still press forward. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach the arms up high and just open this up here. And just settle and bring your gaze up high and stretch this out a little bit longer. Feel that stretch all through the length of the front of the right side. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your hands back down. Now pull your hips back, stack them over the right knee. And we'll take this into that side plank variation again. So the right hand's your base, step the left foot behind the right, and bring the left hand to your left hip. Now just open out to the side, left shoulder and left hip high, bring your gaze up high, grip the floor with the right hand. And if you want to take it further, go ahead, reach your left arm high. Maybe lift your left leg as well, and just breathe. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just come back to center, both hands down, both knees down. And then just set up your high plank. Come up on your toes, shoulders or wrists press into your palms. And then when you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down, shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With an inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms up, dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. And paddle out here for a moment and breathe. From your downward facing dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms up high. Now with the exhale, sink back into the chair, put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, bring your hips low. Now as you settle into your stance, keep the weight toward your heels, bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, palms open, elbows wide. Pull the shoulders further back, try to sink lower still, bring your gaze up high. Now just keep breathing with this. Now slowly, we're still in chair, but I want you to focus weight on the right foot, lift your left heel, keep your gaze forward. And then very slowly, let's take this into balancing. So the weight's on your right foot, bring yourself up to standing with your left knee high. Now just keep your gaze forward, stay tall, dig down into that right big toe. And then see about just moving with that left leg. So keep just a little bend in the right knee. And then bring the left knee down to meet the right. Touch the left big toe to the floor.
Now keep your gaze forward. Lift that left knee up as high as you can. Again, bring the left knee down to meet the right. Touch the left big toe down. And then lift that left knee up high. One more time like that. Left knee comes down to meet the right, left big toe down. And then lift your left knee high. Hold here. Stay balanced. And then go ahead, bring the right hand to your right hip. Left hand to your left knee, maybe just pull it up higher, but if you want to go further, you can reach inside the left foot, maybe just find the big toe. And you can use that grip to pull the knee higher still, maybe extend the leg forward. You don't have to go all the way. Just take this to where you can and keep balancing here. Keep breathing. All right, now take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly, left hand to your left hip, open to your left side, and step your left foot back. And we're going to take this into a horse stance from here. So with your hands and your hips, just move around a little bit side to side. Bring the thighs toward parallel with the floor and the hips toward the level of knees. It's cool. All right, settle in its center when you're ready. And then from here, bring the hips down lower still. So hands behind your low back, palms facing away. Keep the elbows wide, keep the shoulders pulled back. And then we'll just take this into a little bit of balancing here. So bring the hips down lower, face your chest down toward the floor. Put the weight to the right foot, straighten your left foot rather, straighten your right leg. And then come through center with this half fold and bring the weight to the right, straighten your left leg here. Bring it back through center, come over to the left. And then through center, come back over to the right. And then one more time, come over to your left side. And when you're on that left foot, lift the right heel, drag the right big toe over till you can bring yourself upright. And then stay tall, dig into the left big toe, pull the right knee up, and just find your balance here. Now once you're stable, with your right hand, take hold of the right knee and pull it out to the side. And just hold on to your balance, and this is plenty right here. But if you can go further, bring the right hand inside the right leg, maybe find the big toe. Now, if you have that grip, you can just use it to pull the knee up higher. You can extend that leg to the side, but stay tall, stay balanced. Try to keep that left shoulder pulled back. Keep the left leg strong and just breathe. All right, from here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly release your grip. Hands to your hips, step that right foot wide, come back to your horse stance again. Bring the hips down low. And then this time, reach your arms out wide and hinge forward toward halfway down. Keep your hips low like this. Now I want to take this back and forth. So when you're ready, keep the deep bend left knee, but straighten your right leg. Right arm reaches in line with that right leg. And then come through center, bend the right knee, reach the left arm down in line with your left leg. Bring it back through center, bend your left knee. Right arm reaches in line with the right leg here. Back through center, bend the right knee, left arm in line with your left leg. Now just one more time, bring it through center, bend into that left knee. Right arm reaches in line with the right leg. Now I want to stay folded like this. Left hand to your left knee, bring the right hand to the floor. But lift your left shoulder and open your chest to the left side. Now this is good enough right here. You can come up a little tall if this is a little bit much on the legs. Try to stay low best you can. Now if you want to take it deeper, there's a bunch of options here. You can come onto the right heel with the toes up off the floor. Maybe slide that right leg further out. And if you want to take it really deep, you can bring that right elbow toward the floor, but just take this to where you can. All right, from wherever you are, bring both hands down. And then turn to your right side, walk your hands to the front of the mat. Bring your left knee down. And step the right foot back behind the left. And we're going to take that modified side plank again. So once our right foot's back, bring the right hand to the right hip, open your chest to the right side. And you can always just stay here. Grip the floor with the left hand. Maybe reach your right arm high. Maybe lift your right leg, but just hold. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come back down, back to center. Now once your hands are down, shoulders over wrists, step your feet back, find your high plank. Bring your body into line. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With an inhale, straighten your arms, pull this forward. And then with the exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high, back to down dog. And paddle out here for a moment. Let's take all that to the other side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms high. And then with the exhale, sink into chair. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, keep your gaze forward. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide. Pull your shoulders back, keep your chest open. Maybe sink this down further and maybe look up. And just breathe with this. Now slowly from here, focus the weight on the left foot. Lift your right heel, look forward. When you're ready, come up to standing with your right knee high. And just find your balance here, dig into that left big toe. Now when you're ready, let's just take this back and forth. So keep yourself upright, keep yourself balanced. Line the right knee up with the left, just touch the right big toe down. Stay tall and pull that right knee up high. Again, bring the right knee in line with the left, touch the big toe to the floor. And then pull the right knee up high. One more time, line the right knee up with the left, big toe to the floor. And then pull the right knee high, hold here. And then if you want to take it further with your right hand, take hold of the right knee, maybe bring it up higher. If you want to reach inside the right leg, you can find the big toe and maybe just lift the knee, maybe extend that leg forward a little bit, maybe all the way. Now when you're ready from here, just release any grip you have, hands to your hips. Step that right foot out wide, and we'll come into that horse stance again, open to the right side. Now give yourself a moment just to feel this out. Move a little bit side to side. And then bring your hands behind your low back. So palms face, maybe fingers spread wide, elbows wide, keep the shoulders back. And then hinges down a little bit toward halfway. And we're just going to take it back and forth, side to side. So bring the weight to the right foot, straighten your left leg as best you can. Now stay low, come through center, put that deep bend in your left knee. And then back through center, come over to the right again. And then through center, come over to the left. Now one more time, bring it over to the right foot, and this is where we're going to take it toward balancing. So drag that left big toe in, come to standing with your left knee high, and just find your balance here, dig into that right big toe. Now to take it further, with your left hand, take hold of that left knee and just pull it out to the side, keep it lifted, and this is plenty right here. Keep the right shoulder pulled back. If you want to go further, reach inside the leg, maybe find the big toe. You can pull the knee up higher or start to extend the leg, but again, just take this to where you can. All right, take an inhale. With the exhale, just release it. Step that left foot wide, hands to your hips. Come back to that horse stance. And again, bring your hips down low, thighs toward parallel to the floor. Now this time, keep your hips low, reach your arms out wide, and fold this down so your chest starts to face toward the floor, maybe toward parallel, maybe a little bit higher. But I want to take it back and forth from here. So deep into the right knee, straighten your left leg, and reach that left arm in line with your left leg. And then bring it through center. Bend your left knee, right arm reaches in line with the right leg. Through center, come over to the right side, left leg extends, left arm in line with that leg. Back through center, come over to your left side and reach that right arm wide. Now one more time, bring it over to the right, stay low here, and then just take it slow. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the right knee. Lift the right shoulder, open your chest to the right side. This is good enough. Now if you want to deepen it, you can lift the toes of your left foot, maybe slide that heel further out, maybe even bring your left elbow down. Just take this to where you can. And then slowly, from wherever you are, both hands to the floor. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Now once the hands come to the front, bring that right knee down, and let's take that modified side plank. So go ahead, flatten the right foot, step the left foot behind the right. And then left hand to left hip, so stack everything vertically here. Left shoulder, left hip above the right, bring your gaze up high. Now if you're ready to take it further, reach that left arm high, grip the floor with the right hand. Maybe lift your left foot, and just take this to where you can here. Hold your balance. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring the left hand down and left knee down. And then shoulders over wrists. Go ahead, step your feet straight back, find your high plank. Press your spine toward the ceiling. When you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, straighten your arms, open to your up dog. Exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high, back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, let's take it to half pigeon. When you're ready, with an inhale, raise the right leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go flatten your left foot, straighten your left leg, pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right, and just sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer right hip or toward the glutes. Now, you could stay upright like this, you can melt down, take whatever version you like, but just breathe into this for a moment. All right, now slowly, if your hands are forward, walk them in towards center. Lower yourself to the right hip and swing your left leg forward. We're going to take a side bend in a Janusashasana shape. So the left leg stays extended. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh as high as you're comfortable with. Just take a moment to sit this upright. Now I want you to turn, open your chest toward the right knee. Reach the arms in line with the left leg. And then take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, bring that left forearm down inside the left leg. You can always bend the left knee, but sweep the right arm across and reach for your left big toe. Now, if you touch the toe, it's great. If you don't worry about it. Just keep reaching. Now, keep that right shoulder high. Look up toward the ceiling and emphasize that length on your right side. Now, if you want to deepen this, press that left arm into your left leg and try to rotate. So you're opening your chest toward the ceiling as you're stretching the right arm long. Just breathe with us here. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release that stretch and bring yourself upright. So both hands down. Go ahead, step your feet back, find down dog. And let's take that on the other side. So once you're ready here with the inhale, lift your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind the left, wrist at ankle, somewhere behind the right. Now flatten your right foot, straighten the right leg, pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. Sink your weight straight down. And again, find that stretch on the bent leg side, at least a little bit. So outer left hip toward the glutes on the left side. You can stay upright, you can melt down, take this to where you like, and just breathe into the stretch. And then again here, if your hands are forward, walk them back into center. And from here, lower yourself to the left hip, swing your right leg forward. I'll take that side bend on this side. So the right leg's extended this time. Sole the left foot to the inner right thigh. Now, sit yourself upright, open your chest toward the left knee. Reach the arms wide in line with your right leg. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bring the right forearm down inside the right leg. Sweep the left arm across and reach for the right big toe. You can always bend that right knee if you need to. Lengthen your left side, look up toward the ceiling, and if you want to take it deeper, press the right arm into the right leg and try to rotate your chest toward the ceiling as you're reaching with the left arm. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring yourself upright. Now, once you're up, go ahead, cross the ankles, roll forward to all fours for a moment. And we're going to take this up into camel, and we're going to lift this a few times. So bring yourself up to standing on the knees as you're ready. So feet behind you, and keep the knees about hips width distance apart. And with the feet behind you, you can have the feet flat the way I always do this, or if it's more comfortable, and it might be, you can always tuck your toes. But bring your hands to your hips. And then squeeze your glutes and press your hips forward. Now you can play with the hand position. The hands can go lower, you can bring them up higher, but whatever you do with the hands, pull the elbows toward each other, draw your shoulders back and keep your chest open. So you've got a light arc from the knees all the way through to the shoulders. Hold on to that. Now look forward. Walk your gaze up the front wall, and then slowly just bring your gaze up along the ceiling until it's directly above you. Check in. See if the glutes are still engaged, your hips are pressed forward. Open up your chest and release your shoulders to the floor. And this is plenty right here. And then just slowly bring your gaze along the ceiling to the front wall. Take a moment, come down to sitting on your heels. And we're going to take it back up. We're going to hold it a little bit longer and take a little bit more movement. So we're just prepping things. If you need to take a longer break in between, feel free. But when you're ready, bring yourself back up onto your knees. And again, hands to your hips. Now squeeze your glutes, press the hips forward, draw the shoulders back. This time bring your hands to heart center. Now keep pressing to the feet, keep your glutes squeezing with your hips pressed forward. When you're ready, slowly walk your gaze along the front wall. Find the point of the ceiling that's directly above you, check in. So release the shoulders to the floor, keep your hips forward, keep your chest open. Maybe let your gaze go further back. Now, holding on to this is enough by itself. If you want to take it a little bit further, go slow. See about just reaching your right arm back past your head. And then bring that right hand to meet the left, hands to heart center. And then see about reaching your left arm past your head, just lengthen this out. And then pull this back in, hands to heart center. And then just one more time with the right hand, reach back, keep your chest open, keep your glutes squeezing. Right hand meets the left. And then again, with your left hand, reach this back, keep your hips pressed forward. And then back into center. Now this might be good enough. You can bring your gaze farther back, keep your glutes squeezing. And if you're feeling more adventurous here, you can start to reach both arms further back. You don't have to go all the way. But keep kicking to the floor, keep your chest open, keep breathing. And then slowly bring your gaze along the ceiling to the front wall and come all the way down to sitting on your heels. And now that was a little while, so just give yourself a moment to breathe and be sure you're not seeing spots. And then let's take this as a seated twist. So from here, go ahead and lift your hips and come to a seat. And bring the right heel outside your left hip, step the left foot outside your right thigh. And keep this as loose as you need. You can always extend your right leg straight, keep in mind. But bring both sit bones down to the floor best you can. Bring the left hand down behind you. And then inhale the right arm high. Now with the exhale, bring the right elbow past your left thigh. Keep your spine tall. Reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling. And keep that extension through your spine as you're twisting. Bring the gaze back over the left shoulder. Now to take it further, you can always use that right arm and press it to your left leg. But to keep extending up as you're looking back over that left shoulder, and just breathe into this. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands over to your right side for a moment. Look to the right. And then when you're ready, just come back to center. Set your hands down behind you. Lean back. Reverse the cross. Left heel comes outside the right hip or left leg forward, whichever suits you best. Right foot outside your left thigh. Now bring both sit bones down to the mat and find your seat. When you're ready, the right hand sets behind you. Inhale your left arm high. With the exhale, bring the left elbow past the right thigh. Now keep your spine tall. Again, reach the crown of the head straight up. Look back over your right shoulder and just breathe into this. So keep extending upwards through your spine even as you move into that twist and looking back to the right. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just bring both hands to your left side, lightly open your chest to the left. And then when you're ready, come back to center, hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. And come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, just draw your knees in close, pull everything in, flatten your spine. And then go ahead and release your left leg, extend it out fully. Left arm down to your side. Reach inside the right leg with your right arm. Take hold of the right big toe. Now once you got that grip, just pull down and keep the right hip on the floor. As you're pulling with the right hand, press up with your right foot and keep the tension working both directions up and down. Now find the stretch on the back of the right leg, breathe into it. And you can always do this with a bent knee. If you need to change your grip, you can use one or both hands. You can hold the foot, the ankle, the shin, whatever works best. But keep pulling down and pressing up at the same time. If your right leg's straight, draw the big toe over your shoulder. But just breathe into the stretch and just take it to where you need to here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bend into the right knee, lower it toward the side of your ribs. When the foot's low enough, we're going to take it to half happy baby. Shift your grip. Right hand comes to the outside edge of the right foot. Left hand to the other side. Now stack the ankle above the knee best you can and then pull down. Now as you're pulling down, press the foot back up at the same time. Keep the tension working both directions here. And let this open the inner thigh a little bit farther. Take an inhale. With the exhale, just release your grip. Bring your knees into your chest, squeeze down. And switch it out when you're ready. Extend the right leg out fully. Right arm down to your side. Left arm inside the left leg. Take hold of the big toe. Now once you got that grip, pull down. And then press up with your left foot at the same time. Look for that stretch in the back of the left leg. Now if you need to change the grip, again, you can use one or both hands. You can hold the foot, the ankle, the shin, the thigh, whatever works best. Keep pulling down and pressing up. If the left leg is straight, draw the big toe directly over your shoulder. But just breathe with this here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bend into that left knee, lower toward the side of your ribs. Now when the foot's low enough, shift your grip. Left hand to the outside edge of the foot, right hand to the other side. Now stack the ankle above the knee best you can. Pull down and press the foot up at the same time. Let it open the inner thigh on this side. And then take an inhale. Now at the exhale this time, just release the right hand. Let's take the full pose. So draw your left knee in. And find that grip on both sides. Hold the outside edges of the feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. Pull down. And as you're pulling down, press up at the same time. Now try to flatten your spine as best you can. Sink your tailbone toward the floor. You can rock this a little bit side to side if you want to take it further. And if you want to take it further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are here, take a deep inhale, drop down as much as you can. And with your exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here. Let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. When you're ready, start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And go ahead, extend out long. With an inhale, reach your arms out past your head. Let your body stretch for just a moment. And then go ahead, pull things in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, pull your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Take a moment here. Ground yourself into the mat. Stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.